Hey up and welcome to Callum Does the Internet. Welcome back to my second channel. This will actually be my second video on the second channel. Today we are going to deal with YouTuber adverts. Now these are adverts in which YouTubers star in. We're going to deal in particular with one sick example of these because for the past 6 months I feel like this particular advert has been kind of rammed into my eyes, rammed into my ears in some kind of deviant assault. Now, before we get into it, I do want to make it clear, I've got nothing against YouTubers doing adverts, taking that money. You know, I understand that. Man has got to eat. However, I do feel like once they've taken that dirty kind of advertiser cash and that advert is released, it is then fair game to be derided, to be ridiculed, and to generally have the mickey taken out of it. Okay, let's get stuck into it then. So this advert that I'm referring to, this sick advert that's basically been assaulting my senses on a regular basis for the past 6 months, it is the Trainpal ad. Actually made by a creator whose content I really enjoy, is Zach Allsop from the Jay and Zach Show. Unfortunately though, it's been shown so many times now that I've become hypercritical. Any goodwill and good feeling that I had towards him has very quickly dissipated into a very real hatred for this advert. It may sound like I'm exaggerating, but it's been shown 4.6 million times now, and I personally feel like I've viewed it at least 500,000 times. It's literally got to the point where I hear the opening second of the advert, the noise, and my skin crawls now. But I'm gonna endure it. I'm gonna push myself, and we're gonna watch it together. That's it. That's the noise that I'm referring to. That noise is audio aids to me now. It makes my skin break out in goose pimples. I start sweating. I get eggy. I feel angry. Honestly, it's like the noise you would use for your alarm on your phone in the morning. You know, you use your same alarm every morning. When you then hear that noise in another setting, it's like, it's like getting up time. Even if you're awake, that noise sounds horrible because you're used to it being your alarm. That noise now represents to me, oh God, I've got the most annoying 5 seconds of my life ahead of me. Come on, let's play on.
So Trainpal is an absolutely sick app that...
Absolutely sick app, oh my God. That is it. That is it. Hands down, worst bit of the whole video is him describing it as sick. Oh God, that is literally so annoying now. Him saying sick makes me feel physically sick. Oh God, I'm being hard on him, and I know it's harsh because he could have easily chosen another word. He could have used great, it could have been good, it could have been amazing, but he just happened to use the word sick, and he's put this particular emphasis on it. But it's now been played to me millions of times, and him saying the word sick with that little face is now probably the most annoying thing to me in the world.
Allows you to save loads of money on your travel. Usually trains are a pretty expensive way to get around, and the websites and apps that you book through don't actually give you the cheapest price.
Okay, we're kind of going into uncharted territory a little bit now. Normally I've either skipped the advert by this point or thrown my phone across the room, and I'm noticing more things. The background for a start, are we seeing these fairy lights? A little bit of bunting up there. I mean, it's like a Tumblr wet dream. He's also very softly blinking. There's quite a lot of eye contact. It's almost kind of romantic. I feel a little bit like he's trying to kind of sex me into downloading the app. Quite uncomfortable.
Well, Trainpal automatically splits the journey within the app, so you know you're going to get the cheapest price on every journey. It's the exact same journey, just a load cheaper and without booking fees. So this journey is from London King's Cross to Edinburgh, and a super...
I don't know where to look now. I mean, we've still got this soft romantic eye contact going on. I kind of want to maintain that with him. I feel a little bit special. But there's also this kind of jazz hands business going on down below, which is a little bit distracting, isn't it?
Off-peak single is 96 quid. As you can see, the split ticket thing is doing its magic, and there you go. Same journey for £29.65. So this journey is from Wick to London, so that is where we started this journey, down to London. Anytime single, 250 quid, split tickets, doing its magic, same journey for 189. So that is 61.
Yeah, I think it's his happiness that I find so jarring. Understandable from his point of view. He's doing an advert, he's getting paid, that's good for him. You know, he wants to do a good job, he wants to be upbeat, engaged, happy for his audience. It's just that those emotions, those happy emotions, contrast so starkly with the rage, anger and repulsion that I feel upon watching this video. Very difficult to kind of mar the two experiences together.
£1 saved. So once you book through the app, you can download the tickets on your phone or you can pick them up from the station. There's literally no reason not to go and download the Trainpal app right.
Oh, Zach, I can think of over 4,600,000 reasons not to download the app now at this point. No, I'm being harsh. It's not Zach's fault. To be fair to the lad, he did a great job on that advert. You know, he's talking about a Trainpal app or something, you know. It's boring, but he was engaged, he was upbeat, he was happy and stuff. It's Trainpal who are to blame here. You cannot expect people to watch the same advert nearly 5 million times and not get annoyed about it. Splash the cash again, send him do another advert with him, send him on an actual train this time. Don't make him sit in his living room in front of the fairy lights on the same sofa that he wanks on at night. It's not appropriate. You know, put your hand in your pocket, give him some money, send him on a train, film a proper advert, because I think I speak for the whole internet now when I say this. If we're shown this much more, we are going to revolt. We've had enough. It needs to be stopped now. Right, okay, let's move on to some more minor examples. That is the reason I made this video, just because I'm repulsed in every single way now by that advert. However, we can and we will look at a few other YouTuber adverts. I popped a little tweet out a while ago asking you for your worst examples, and a lot of you came back and said Morgs, the Coin Master ads. Oh God, I'm going to have to watch some Morgs for this one. Now, a lot of people, there's a lot of kind of contrasting kind of feelings about Morgs on the internet. If you criticise him, a lot of people say you're just jealous. I don't think that's the case. You know, you can respect Morgs for the hard work that he does. I mean, posing for semi-retarded, slack-jawed thumbnails every day must be tiring. On top of copying Mr. Beast videos on a weekly basis. But yeah, you can respect that kind of hard work and graft that he puts in, and still think the guy's a massive twat, which is factually the case at this point, I think. So yeah, let's watch Morgs and probably get a bit more annoyed.
Wake up, about last night.
What happened last night?
I was playing Coin Master.
Coin Master?
And one thing led to another.
My village is ruined.
Sorry.
You will be sorry. Attack. Oh, Coin Master is going to attack your friend, Bill.
Ugh, yuck. I mean, that's actually, this one's quite difficult for me to judge whether that's a good advert or not. Whenever I have the misfortune of watching any of Morgs' kind of content, I'm always left with a feeling that I haven't so much watched the video as just a kind of continuous competition to pull the most stupid face for the thumbnail. Shock, blog job face, ooh, you know, it's turgid, isn't it? So it's difficult for me to judge whether that's a good advert or not. I guess if Coin Master are aiming at kind of brainless 11-year-olds, then probably that's quite effective, as clearly that is Morgs' audience. Yeah, difficult for me to judge. Whenever I see Morgs, I just think it's a little bit like a Cinderella story, really. Kind of like X Factor. The one kid that the algorithm favoured, who should be, by rights, working in McDonald's, really, judging by his general demeanour. But yeah, that's kind of enough of that one. Yeah, it was as hard to watch as anything Morgs produces is. Right, the final request for an YouTuber advert review that I got from my tweet was the ones from Calix and his girlfriend. So yeah, let's give that a watch next.
So I've been testing out these Olay daily facial cloths. This feels like having a facial at home.
Sarah has upped her game. Now I'm going to up mine and give myself a little bronzing. Oh no, how do I get this off? Ooh, these are nice. Might just help myself to another one.
Callum!
Ooh, now that one I found genuinely kind of slightly uncomfortable, a little bit kind of cringe-awakening. Ooh, what was it about that I didn't like, that kind of set me on edge? I think it was a kind of fake Callum, like they'd had like this fake little argument. The lack of sincerity there kind of reminded me of, oh, what are those chaptards on Facebook called who do fake little... Brad Holmes and his chubby little fake girlfriend, have fake arguments. It reminded me a little bit of one of their Facebook videos. So yeah, that's probably the makers of the advert again at fault there. You know, use the strength of the YouTubers you've got. You know, Sarah, she's a very gifted singer. They should have made a feature of that maybe. And Calix, he's got loads of mates and stuff, isn't he, that he makes videos with, so maybe they could have done something with that. Kind of use both of their kind of biggest talents rather than making them have a fake argument, which I kind of found a little bit cringeworthy, that one. But probably, actually, the best of the three. Although I might feel quite differently about that if I'd seen it 4 million times, like the bloody Trainpal ad. Right, that brings us to a close, I think. We've reviewed the YouTuber adverts. None of them I loved, but one in particular, Trainpal, really does need to be stopped now. We've seen it far too many times. You need to make another one. If that continues to be forced down our throats, yeah, there will be consequences. Right, if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like. It does help. I'm trying to just kind of start this channel back up again. But if you didn't enjoy the video, please do leave a dislike. I still want your honest opinions. And yeah, thanks for watching.